Hello students, welcome back to Latent Learning or Cognitive Learning. Latent learning is the process of acquiring knowledge in hidden ways for a certain time without reinforcement until the knowledge is needed. That means latent learning is the subconscious retention or storing of information without reinforcement or motivation. In latent learning, one changes behavior only when there is sufficient motivation later than when they subconsciously retained the information. Latent learning is when the observation of something can affect later behavior. Observational learning can be many things. A human observes a behavior and later repeats that behavior at another time, even though no one is rewarding them to do that behavior. Edward Tolman, a behaviorist psychologist, conducted an experiment with rats in 1938. He placed three groups of rats in a maze and observed how they behaved over a 2-week period. He treated the three groups of rats in different ways in the maze. The rats in group 1 always received a food reward when they reached at the end of the maze without wandering down the dead ends or the whole paths of the maze. The rats in group 2 never received food reward and seemed like they followed no particular path through the maze, even though they did sometimes reach the end. The rats in group 3 were treated in different way at a different times of the experiment. For the first 10 days of the experiment, they received no food reward like group 2, even if they did reach the end of the maze. On the 11th day, they were given food or reinforced like group 1. On the 12th day, they had learned to go to the end of the maze without reinforcement, but did not desire to until there was some reason the food. So, the rats from group 3 used or developed latent learning since they did not immediately display the same performance as the rats in group 1. That means the rats were building a cognitive map of the maze. They were storing information without reinforcement of the structure of the maze. Unlike Group 1 and Group 2, they had full information or cognitive map about the maze. That means they knew where the food or goal box is, like Group 1, and unlike Group 2, they knew the whole paths of the maze, like Group 2, and unlike Group 1. As we can see, one of the Tollman's maze, he tested groups of rats. When he tested or checked them, which developed the cognitive map of the maze, the rats in group 3 quickly learned that the shortest route to the end of the maze was path A. They also knew that if path A was blocked at X, then the new shortest path was path B. If path A was blocked at Y, they knew the shortest path was path C. It is important to note that this could not act as reinforcer for the building of the cognitive map. It only gave a reason to get to the end of the maze or goal box.